What is up, film geeks? My name is Trevor and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you my entire ranking of every single movie I've seen in 2022. I've seen 30 new releases. We're going to place them on their proper tiers. Join me down below in the comment section. What movie that's not on my list that I have not seen should I watch? Everything, everywhere, all at once. Other movies like that. Anything I need to see that's not on this list that I have not seen, let me know down below. Maybe we'll cover it on the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Let's hop in these tiers. And starting off with our tiers, we have top 5 of the year. My top 5 favorite movies are going to go on this tier. Then we have Honestly, Fire. Then we have Overhated. This is definitely going to be like that surprising tier. Then we have Forgettable. Then we have bottom 5 of the year. This is like the bruh category. First up, we have The Northman. The Northman's going to go in Honestly, Fire. So going into this movie, I had one of my best friends in the entire world say it's one of the worst movies he's ever seen. So going in, I was a little bit nervous, and I ended up really loving it. It's not top 5 of the year for me, but definitely a top 10. It's Robert Eggers' Epic. I have not seen his other movies, and I definitely need to go and check those out. It's crazy that came out this year. I've seen so many other movies since then, but Northman is still up there. Go from pretty high to pretty darn low. Morbius. And the first 30 minutes of Morbius, I was on board. I said, you know what? This is going to be like Venom all over again for me. I'm really going to enjoy it. And then it just stooped right down to those levels of terrible. It's going to go in the bottom 5 of the year, the bruh tier. Morbius is just, yeah, forget about it, right? Then we have The Tender Bar, directed by George Clooney, starring Ben Affleck. This should be a very, very, very good movie. It's going to go in the forgettable tier. When I looked over at my Letterboxd account and I saw this was in January, I literally said, wow, can't believe I watched that this year. So, The Tender Bar is going in the forgettable tier. Then we have Top Gun Maverick. Highway to the Danger Zone, all the way to the top 5 of the year. This is my #1 favorite movie of the entire year, and nothing's going to top it. I've seen it 3 times at theaters. I might go and see it a 4th time this upcoming weekend to break my record of seeing a movie 3 times. I can't get enough of it. I love the soundtrack. I love the story. I love the way this movie is shot and told. I like the way it makes me feel. It's a great feel-good movie for me, and so many awesome quotes in there. I get chills just thinking about it. Gosh, it's fantastic. I freaking love it. Then we have Nope. I literally saw this movie for a 2nd time last night. It's going to go in Honestly, Fire. You either love Nope or you hate Nope. I'm on the side that more enjoys Nope. I didn't like it as much on the 2nd time around. Still, that storyline they invest so much in was the character of Steven Yeun. It didn't really go anywhere. That's my biggest takeaway from the film. That's one thing I didn't really like. Still laughed. I still had a good time. Keke Palmer's great, and still a good fun movie. Then we have The Black Phone, and The Black Phone's going to go in top 5 of the year. I kept denying it. The Black Phone is not my top 5. It is. It's my favorite horror movie of the year, and I think The Black Phone is right at that number 5 spot. I think this movie is absolutely fantastic. Ethan Hawke isn't in it nearly as much as I thought he was going to be, but my goodness, when he's on their screen, does he steal it. And these 2 young kids and these 2 characters are so great and so likable. And the character of Gwenny, played by Madeline McGraw, dude, give her an Oscar. Like, she's hilarious. She's great. She's fantastic in this movie. Easily my favorite part. Then we have Dog, starring Channing Tatum, his co-directorial debut. Going Honestly, Fire. I really enjoyed this one. I saw it once. I need to see it again. It is on Blu-ray. I might go and buy it. Channing Tatum and his dog is really all who's in the movie. You got a couple of side characters here and there. I thought Channing Tatum did great for his directorial debut as well. I thought it was a very good movie, and it's great to see Channing Tatum back. Then we have Marry Me, Say Yes. I'm going to put Marry Me in the overhated tier. I had a lot of people who just don't like this movie, and I really enjoyed it, so it's going in there. And I don't think it's forgettable. I can't say it's Honestly, Fire, so that's kind of why it's there. It's surprising. That's the overhated tier, the surprising tier. Then we have Cha Cha Real Smooth. Cha Cha Real Smooth! Honestly, Fire. 2022 has been a fantastic year for movies for me, and Cha Cha Real Smooth just really adds to that list. This movie is directed, written, and starred by Cooper Raiff, and this dude just kills it. Dakota Johnson's in this. I absolutely love her, and it's just a good feel-good movie. Have a good fun time with. It's a little different sometimes in the way it goes and the way the story's told, but I really enjoyed it. Then we have Jurassic World Dominion, the Avengers Endgame of the Jurassic franchise. You're bringing back old characters, bringing back the new characters, and it's gonna go right in the bottom 5 of the year. This is one of the hardest times I've ever had staying awake in a movie theater. I literally had to get up and go walk around to kind of whoa. It's literally a movie mostly revolved around grasshoppers. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not actually called grasshoppers, but that's what I took away. And we have Cheaper by the Dozen in the forgettable tier. Not bottom 5 of the year, just one I had on when I got done watching it. I was like, why did this movie get made? They always keep remaking things on Disney Plus, and it went directly to Disney Plus, and that's exactly what it felt like, a direct to Disney Plus type of movie. Then we have Vengeance. That's top 5 of the year. That's number 2 movie of the year, and I don't think anything's going to take its place. The Batman is mesmerizingly good. The Batman is one of my favorite superheroes of all time, and The Batman is my favorite Batman movie. Robert Pattinson's a great Batman. Matt Reeves might be my favorite Batman director. If I said Batman enough, I don't think I have. Batman, not in the top 5 tier. Then we have Ambulance. I'm going to put Ambulance in the forgettable tier. I forgot I saw this movie. I do really love Michael Bay. He's honestly one of my favorite directors, but I was not a fan of how this movie ended with 2 certain characters and the decisions made. Like, didn't really like it. Didn't sit well with me. Then we have Thor, Love and Thunder. It's going to, go right in the top 5 of the year. God, no. In the bottom 5 of the year. I wanted to love Thor, Love and Thunder, but it's easily the biggest disappointment of any MCU movie for me. Really wanted to love it. I don't love it, and people hate me for not loving it, and that's okay. It's in the bottom 5 of the year. Then we have Elvis. Austin Butler turned into performance of a lifetime, going in the top 5 tier. I haven't seen nearly enough people talking about this movie. I think this movie is absolutely fantastic. Austin Butler turns in, again, the best performance of his entire career. Tom Hanks is a mean villain, and this movie should win and get nominated for pretty much every Oscar. Then we have The Man from Toronto. I'm going to put The Man from Toronto in the forgettable tier. Now, I enjoyed this one of these movies in the forgettable tier. I probably enjoyed this one the most. Kevin Hart's hilarious. Woody Harrelson's great. It's just one of those another cheesy action movies that has some funny moments here and there, but after you're done watching it, you're kind of like, alright, scurry along. Then we have Scream. Man, Scream is disappointing. I'm going to put it in the forgettable tier as well. One of my least favorite Scream movies. I really want to love it because Scream movies are something I hold near and dear to my heart. The original Scream is my favorite horror movie of all time, so I was really excited for this one, and I am a diehard fan of Scream 4. So this Scream just, it didn't sit well with me. I got done watching it, I was kind of like, that was just dumb. That just felt dumb. I'm still excited for Scream 6, but Scream 5... Cream, whatever you want to call it, it's not for me. It's not for me. Then we have Fresh, which is going to go in Honestly Fire. This movie caught me by surprise. I went in knowing exactly nothing, and that's the best way to go into this movie. When you find out what the big twist is with Sebastian Stan's character, you're kind of like, huh? That's exactly what I felt like. I felt like, huh, with this movie. I thought it was great. Sebastian Stan is absolutely fantastic. Then we have Spiderhead. There's a lot of Spiderhead slander out there. Spiderhead's going to go in that overhated tier. I thought Miles Teller was great. I thought Chris Hemsworth was great. I really enjoyed this movie, and it just made me think. And it's like the best 3 out of 5 you can give to a movie. Like a high 3 out of 5. Like no one liked this one. Everyone said it was just boring, too dialogue heavy. I really enjoyed it. I like dialogue heavy movies, and I thought it had a good premise. It was very interesting. And by the end of the movie, I was kind of like hooked and engaged with every twist and turn they gave us. I thought it was really well done. Then we have The Gray Man. The Gray Man's going to go in Honestly Fire. The Gray Man, to me, is Honestly Fire. I really love this movie. I thought Ryan Gosling as Six was great. His witty, sarcastic comics is awesome. But Chris Evans here is a D-bag, and he plays a douche so well. It's kind of scary how well he can play it. Him and his trash stash. But Ryan Gosling doesn't have, honestly, that many lines. But every time he talks, I found myself laughing. Found myself having a good time. A little bit long, maybe one too many explosions, but overall, I thought the Russo brothers delivered yet again. There's some of my favorite directors, bar none, hands down, I absolutely love them. Then we have Hustle going right in the top 5 tier. To seal off my top 5, Hustle is unbelievably inspiring and probably cliche, and that's okay. Adam Sandler is arguably my favorite actor of all time, and he turns in these more serious roles, and I love when he does that. You have about 50 NBA cameos in here. I'm a diehard basketball fan. I'm a diehard NBA fan. Basketball is one of my favorite sports to watch, so watching this movie, it was just well done. And a lot of times, sport movies can be very cheesy in the way they're kind of told, and the way things go down, and this one nails it on the head. I thought Hustle was fantastic, and it just made me feel so good. I felt like I could run through a brick wall, all excited and jazzed up. Then we have Lightyear. The best part about this movie is socks. I'm gonna put Lightyear in forgettable tier, man. I really want to love this movie, and I ended up just kind of liking it, and it's on Disney Plus now, and I have no urge to go back and rewatch it. My least favorite of the Toy Story universe, and I really wanted to love it, and I didn't. It's in a forgettable tier. It's kind of disappointing as well. I was pretty upset with it. Then we have Prey. I'm honest with you. I really don't get the love for this movie. I'm a diehard fan of the Predator franchise. The original 1987 Predator is one of my favorite movies from the 1980s. But Prey, I'm going to have to put it in the bottom 5 of the year, which is a hot take, I know, but I really want to love this movie yet again. And it just, I didn't understand the hype going into it. I didn't really buy into these characters. I didn't really buy into the story. And when I got done watching it, I was like, wow, could have gone without. It's definitely more of a forgettable movie, and put it in the bottom 5 of the year. Just wasn't a big fan. 2 out of 5. Then we have Honor Society. I'm gonna put Honor Society in the, I'm gonna have to put it in the Honestly Fire tier. I think this movie was very good, and there's a twist in there I wasn't expecting. I would put it in overhated, but I haven't really seen anyone talk about this movie, so it's going to go in the Honestly Fire tier. I think it's Honestly Fire. Of these movies in it, I would say it's my least favorite of the ones in Honestly Fire tier. But I still think it's great. Gaten Matarazzo is absolutely fantastic. And I don't know our lead actress's name, but she was great as well. That movie was a lot of fun. Then we have Deep Water. This movie's overhated. I don't care what anyone says to. I was invested in this from start to finish. Ana de Armas is great at playing this very unlikable character. But Ben Affleck turns in one of those serious, dark performances like he did in Gone Girl. I don't get why everyone hated it. I really, really don't. So, I really enjoyed this one. Like, it's one I might consider go back and rewatch. Then we have Uncharted. I'm putting Uncharted in the Honestly Fire tier as well. This movie was freaking dope. It's on Netflix right now. If you guys haven't seen it, go and check it out. I saw this movie twice in theaters. Both times I had fun. I hope we get a sequel. Tom Holland's hilarious in this movie. Mark Wahlberg's great. Their banter works really well back and forth. I have not played the video games. Went in, had a great time with this one. Honestly, it's fire. Then we have X. Now, X is a crazy relationship I have with it, but I'm going to put X in the Honestly Fire tier as well. First time I watched this movie, it was my favorite movie of the year, over the Batman, over everything, which I didn't think was possible. Watched it again, I was like, okay, it's still pretty good. Watched it for a third time with my buddy Chris from Filmstocked, and he did not like it, and I was like, man, why did I love this movie so much? But the more I think about it, the more I do go back and like it. They do making a movie called Pearl, which I believe comes out later this year, which I'm excited to see. I still enjoy this movie, just not as much as the first time watch. That's okay. Still Honestly Fire. Then we have Turning Red. It's going to sad me to put this here. Put Turning Red in the bottom 5 of the year. I wasn't a Turning Red guy. I just thought it wasn't good, honestly. And for being a Pixar movie that went straight to Disney Plus, I guess I can see why it didn't really do anything for me. And Turning Red is one I will never probably rewatch, at least for not until I have kids one day, a long near future. And finally, we have The Lost City, gonna go in the Honestly Fire tier as well. Channing Tatum's had a year for himself with these two movies. Sandra Bullock is fantastic, and Brad Pitt has like a long 15 to 20 minute cameo with this movie. It's great, it's funny, and I love romantic comedies, I love action adventures, and that's what this is. It's a romantic comedy, action adventure, boom, meshed together, and it makes this movie, and it's Honestly Fire. And that's going to do it for my ranking of all these movies. I've actually watched 29 new releases, not 30, so I apologize for that. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Lots more videos coming the rest of this week. I'm excited for all of it. I'll see you guys in the next one.